Hey gamers, or should I say, hey puzzlers. This is Liz Davidson from Beyond Solitaire, and I'm bringing you my very first puzzle brand review. So when I found out that I couldn't just go to the store and buy jigsaw puzzles anymore, I started looking at different brands online and ordered a few samples from a few brands so that I could do the puzzles and then report to you on how they were. My current goal is to do 3 puzzles from the same brand before I make an assessment so that I can get a sense of consistency across puzzles. And also try a couple of different things from that company to give you a wide range of puzzle quality and just what the puzzles are like. So the first brand I ended up taking a look at is called Springbok. They're an American company, the puzzles are printed here, and they pride themselves on very thick cardboard and very interesting, unique die cuts on their puzzle pieces. But are Springbok puzzles the American dream? Let's find out. So the first of 3 Springbok puzzles that I've completed recently is called West Quoddy Head Lighthouse. And this image is beautiful. The sky was challenging, but it was really fun to look for all of the unique shades of color in the sunset. And all that textured grass down there was surprisingly difficult, especially because this is a photo, so it was blown up to make it into a puzzle. Overall, the puzzle was fun to do, it looked good, however, it gave me some concerns about Springbok's puzzle pieces. The cardboard is in fact thick as promised, but it's also a little bit squishy, maybe bendy, and the piece fit is really, really tight. So even when I was fairly sure pieces would fit, I had to really jam them together, and it had me worried that I was putting puzzle pieces in the wrong place. That generally turned out not to be true, but that kind of squashy, having to jam the puzzle pieces in feeling was something that I didn't really enjoy in the process, and also looking at the finished puzzle, because the pieces were such a tight fit, the puzzle ended up looking a little bit lumpy. That said, it was a jigsaw puzzle, it was relaxing, it was fun, and I don't regret the time I spent doing this puzzle. The second Springbok puzzle that I did was this Lord of the Rings collage, which I enjoyed because it's Lord of the Rings. It's a collage, so you'd think there were a bunch of different areas to work on, but it was actually pretty challenging because there are so many similar colors across pieces on opposite sides of the puzzle. So if you're looking for a challenge like that, and also some nerdy fun, I actually really did enjoy this puzzle. It also had some of the piece bending and cardboard thickness issues that the Lighthouse puzzle had, so definitely be warned those problems persist, and some of the pieces that I received straight out of the plastic bag on a new puzzle were already bent or damaged. So I definitely have some concerns about the cardboard quality, but again, it was a puzzle, it was fun, and overall I had the experience of putting together a jigsaw puzzle, so I really can't complain too much. However, if you're looking for premium, I now have my doubts about whether Springbok is it. And then, interestingly, the third Springbok puzzle I did, which is called the Conservatory, ended up being the most pleasant of the 3 puzzles, and it really didn't have the same bending, squashy cardboard, difficult fit issues that the other 2 puzzles had. So I ordered all 3 of these at the same time. They all came in the same shipment, so I don't really know how that was possible, but this puzzle felt totally normal, it was pleasant, and if all Springbok puzzles were like this, then I would do more of them. So I'm going to be experimenting with other brands for a while, but if a used Springbok comes up, I might give it a try because this one was such a pleasant experience. However, I'm not totally sure that I trust their puzzle quality. There are also a couple of other less quality things, such as this really flimsy box. It's actually hard to get the puzzle lid back on because this cardboard is very thin and floppy, even though the pieces are advertised as very thick. The last comment I would make about Springbok puzzles is that, I never really thought about this until I thought about what it would be like to review a jigsaw puzzle, and Springbok shapes are in fact kind of weird. So you know how when you were a kid you put all of the edge pieces together first when you did a puzzle and you made that little rectangle or square first? Well, with all 3 of the Springbok puzzles, I was actually unable to find all of the edge pieces right away. This is partially because some of the pieces inside the puzzle have slightly flat-looking edges, but it's also because a lot of the Springbok puzzles have weird shapes. So something might be an edge piece, but you don't realize it until you're looking to fill that hole in later. So if you want a challenge with kind of funky shapes, then Springbok might be fun for you. If you want something that's a little bit more standard and grid-like, then they might make you a little bit crazy. I personally thought they were fun, and sometimes the weird shapes really helped when I was putting together parts of the puzzle that I couldn't distinguish by color, because I could at least kind of sort and look through the pieces by shape. I do have two other very positive comments to make about Springbok before I close out the review. The first is that all three of the puzzles that I was sent were complete. I had no missing pieces, and if you are a member of the Jigsaw Puzzlers group on Facebook, you will know that a lot of puzzles have missing pieces, and it is heartbreaking. The other really positive thing I have to say about Springbok is that their customer service is responsive and very good. I accidentally entered my personal address instead of my UPS mailbox when I placed the order, and I was going to be traveling to an isolated place, no worries, over the next few days, and I didn't want puzzles to sit on my porch unattended. So even though the website did not let me change my address, I was able to call, get the address changed right away, and the person who spoke to me on the phone was super nice and made me feel really comfortable about calling and getting my order changed. So in terms of customer service, I've definitely had a positive experience with this company. So those are my thoughts on Springbok. Overall, I'd say they're decent jigsaw puzzles, but there's definitely some quality control issues, and you might go crazy if you don't want to force together puzzle pieces that you are sure are supposed to fit together. Thanks so much for watching, and happy puzzling!